everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cracks Are Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha Das and today I'm up with a probability revision video. It was a requested video, so here it comes. So in the probability we need to understand one very simple thing, that if you are good at PNC, like to get good at probability, you need to have your foot strong at the PNC. And for PNC I have already made few videos on my channel. So if you haven't watched that yet, I would suggest you watching that first, because that will give you a bit of clarity on what I'm speaking of. And I'll also take up some, because I'll be taking up some new things over here which might be related to the PNC. So therefore you can check the description box for the link or the I button at the top, okay, or just directly go to the QA playlist and search for the PNC videos. I think there are 4 videos or something like that, so you can just refer to them first. So why am I saying this? We all know one very easy formula of probability, okay? The easy formula of probability is the number of favorable events. Like probability is what? It is actually the favorable events divided by the total events, okay, the all the possible things which are happening, so that's total events, and this is known as probability in itself. But why do we need PNC over here? We need PNC because of this, finding out the favorable events. For finding out the favorable events, whether we have to multiply, that is and, or we have to use or, all these things are for calculation of your favorable events, okay? So for calculating the numerator here, you need to have a knowledge of PNC. All right, so let's come down to what is probability. Now probability is generally measured in terms of decimals or sometimes in percentages as well, okay, but whatsoever it is, you very well know how to convert a decimal into a fraction into a percentage as such. So there won't be a problem if someone says that the probability of happening something, okay, is 0.1. What does this mean in fractions? In fractions, 0.1 stands for 1 by 10. So that is the probability that 1 out of every 10 instances favor this event. And similarly, if someone asks you this in the terms of percentages, then this number will become 10%. And this is also quite known to all of us. So just a small note that in case you get the probability in the terms of decimals, fractions, or percentages, don't get confused in that. All right. Now, when we come down to probability, the most common example, which I think everyone gives, every book gives, is the flipping of the coin. And for flipping of the coin, we know that there are only 2 possible outcomes. Either you get a head or you get a tail. And if you are searching the probability of a head, then there is a chance of 1 out of 2 to get the probability of heads, okay? So this is easy, but to make this question difficult, what they try to do is give you a sequence of activities. Like they will tell you that you have flipped the coin 10 times, and every time you are getting, like, what is the probability of getting 7 heads, or you can say that the probability of getting heads in every alternate flip, something like that. So try to understand one thing here. You can break the scenario in your way. Now listen, just a very important thing. Once we do a full-fledged concept video on probability, I would not request you to take up the longer method. But for now, since I have also not uploaded any video on probability, I can't say that you use these shortcuts without understanding the shortcuts even. So rather what you can do right now is that instead of learning anything new, you can take the longer method. And as we all know that that is a long paper, like it's 165 minutes you will get for the first part, and you really need not worry about the time getting less. So over here what you need to do is, if you think that your VA or your DM is good compared to the QA section, then try to keep more time for the QA section. And when you have more time, you can actually make the probability space or the probability tree, and find out the values. Like, of course, if one flip is happening, so in that one flip you can have 2 choices: either you will get a head or you will get a tail. And whenever we have or, see again the PNC concepts, When we have or, it becomes plus. So one flip, 1 by 4. Similarly, in the next flip, we are going to search for the similar conditions. Okay. If we have to multiply, so second flip to hoga hi. So for the second flip, we will be multiplying this condition. Okay. तो इस तरह से समझ के you can solve the questions as well. I know it will take more time, but at least you will land up in a correct answer. So this is one, just a tip for you people, those who haven't touched probability yet but still wish to attempt a question. करना तो आपको पड़ेगा, because there is like you have to take care of the cutoffs as well, and if you attempt less only, then of course the probability of getting marks is also less. Just saying, if you think that you will land up with lots and lots of errors, then it's okay. But if you think that you will not land up on errors because you have given some amount of effort, so don't do that. Okay, now it's a question time. Easy question time. Generally, we have questions like, let's say we have six blue bags, okay, five yellow bags, and let's say seven green bags, and out of which we ask a very general question like, what is the probability of getting one blue bag? So we know that the favorable events is 6 and the total number of events is 11 plus 7, that is 18. If I reduce it, I get it to be as 3 by 6, or simply I could have done, okay, I just pardon. Over here we could have seriously done 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18. So 1 by 3 directly. Okay. Now this is the probability of getting what? Probability of blue balls. Okay. Or blue bags, whatever. Now this probability, now when we do questions on that, now comes an aspect of something you need to know in probability, which is called as independent and dependent events. So why is it important? It is important for the case of and or. तो कहाँ हमें and use करना है, कहाँ और use करना है, to determine that we need to know whatever we are calculating is a dependent event or an independent event. Independent event as such is that if I just ask you, let's say dices, okay, and in the dices I say that what is the probability of getting a particular number in the first round and what is the probability of getting the number in the second round. So in the first round, if you're getting 6, okay, what is the probability of 6? 6 by 6, okay, what? It would be like probability of getting 6 would be 1 by 6. And similarly, sorry, similarly, if we will be having another scenario where the second, like in the second die, we will again fall it and we'll see that, okay, it's again 1 by 6 only, the probability of getting 6 or any number. So here, these two events are not dependent, okay. Here, getting one number on the first round will not affect getting another number on the next round. But what is an example of dependent? Take this example only where we are considering the bag, okay, 6 blue bags, 5 yellow bags, 7 green bags. Now in this case, if I say that I take out the blue bag, and after the first, like in the first case I take out the blue bag, and then in the second round I take out a yellow bag, so what is the probability of taking out the yellow bag? Now if you people have done this chapter before, you must be aware of a term called replacement. Okay, so they form a different kind of question related to replacement only. What's that? Replacement is where your answer becomes dependent or independent depending. अगर question में given है कि you cannot replace once you have taken out a blue bag, you cannot you replace it with anything. So that means now the second activity is dependent upon the first activity. Now the probability of finding out in the second attempt, if you think to find out a yellow bag, then the probability will be 5 upon 17. The reason for that being is we have already taken out one bag and now we are left with 5 blue. Okay, this will become 5 blue, 5 yellow, and 7 green. So therefore, this is called as an example of dependent action, or we can say dependent event. Okay, so if I say that you can replace the bag again and then you can again take it out, so then it's okay. Then it's independent. It doesn't depend upon that. So make sure in your questions when they are asking you to replace and when they are not asking you to replace. Another very common type of question which comes in this category is the dices question. Okay, so let's take a dice question and let's take that there are two dices given to us. Okay, and I want to know the probability of getting the sum as 8. So let's say my question is that I want to know in how many different ways will these sum up to get 8. Now we know that the what is the probability? The probability is, or what is the probability of the numbers 1 to 6 are the numbers present on a die. And keeping that in mind, if I just quickly see, then among 1 to 6, the combinations which form a 8 is 1 plus 7, but 7 is not present in a die. So we'll directly go to 2 plus 6, then we'll go to 3 plus 3, 3 plus 5, I mean, just a second. Then next one is 4 plus 4. And then you see that the things will get reversed. Reversed means now a 5 here and a 3 here, a 6 here and a 2 here. So this is total 5 ways in which I can get a sum as 8. There are 5 ways in which I can get the sum as 8. So ये 5 क्या हो गया? ये 5 मेरा favorable events हो गया. So I'll be keeping 5 in the numerator, and what is the total number of possible outcomes? The total number of possible outcomes will be, अब यहाँ पर हमें common sense apply करना, we will not go by any formula, we will just use our common sense, that the total probability of the first dice is 6 numbers, and at the same time the other dice is also turning, the probability is 6, and both are happening at the same time. It's not that one is happening and one is not happening. एक डाई गिराएंगे तो दूसरा डाई भी गिराना पड़ेगा, so that you can add up it. So when we are doing, or when we are having two events simultaneously at the same time, we call it and means multiplication. So 6 into 6 gives us 36. So the probability of getting a 8 as the sum in the dice will be 5 by 36. Now यहाँ पर question खत्म नहीं होता. It can be further made difficult, okay, by giving you a scenario where they would say that either you get the sum as 8 or you get the sum as 9 or any other number. So when or comes into consideration, पहले तो हम लोग 9 की probability निकालेंगे. So what is the probability of getting the sum as 9? 2 plus 7 is not possible, so I'll start with 3 plus 6. Then I'll go to 4 plus 5. Then I'll see that it repeats back as 5 plus 4 and 6 plus 3. So that means it gives me 4 different ways out of 36 ways. Now please pay attention. Question kya hai? What is the probability of getting either 8 as a sum or 9 as a sum? या तो आपका सम 8 आएगा या तो आपका सम 9 आएगा. It is not possible to get the sum as 8 and 9 both at the same time simultaneously. एक ही टाइम में आपका सम 8 और 9 दोनों नहीं हो सकता. So when the things cannot happen at the same time, you need to add, and that's all. Now you need to add these numbers. You get 9 by 36, which will be reduced to 1 by 4, and our answer is this. Alright, so आप questions को समझो. मैंने shorts में भी बोला है ना that if you just try for probability and PNC a little bit, I know लोगों को formulas नहीं याद होंगे या whatever the case is, but at least you can just plug in some time and try to increase your score using these questions. Okay, don't worry, you will not fall into the trap if you just understand and do it. And the only cost you will have to pay is a bit of time, which you can definitely do if you find other things to be difficult around. All right, so that's just about probability. I think I would be covering here that you just need to keep in mind that how and when are we going to use the and the or specifically. Now there are some more questions on probability. Of course, this is not just the case. You will have questions where you will have to add PNC. Okay, PNC in what? sorry, PNC in what? PNC would be involved in like searching the favorable events, जैसे कि number of handshakes or something like that. Okay, so if you are bothered about that, don't worry. I'll either try to come up with a video, or what I was planning out to be is, क्योंकि probability is a very fine chapter, so I really wanted to cover it in the core concepts, because अगर मैं आपको समझाऊंगी नहीं तो you will learn it right now and then you will forget it for sure after a few days, which I don't want really to happen. So just to keep that in mind, you can definitely go through this much. One more scenario which I like to cover is that the dependent one. I just took that dependent one earlier, but I like to tell you again, just a quick revision for dependent one. That in dependent one also there can be questions where people can ask you that what is the probability of getting a blue bag and a yellow bag in any order. So in any order means you can take the first attempt as blue and the second attempt as yellow, or you can take the first attempt as yellow and the second attempt as blue. And when we have or here, we know we have to add here, but for these two things we will be multiplying, क्योंकि first attempt के बाद second attempt भी होगा ही, and if replacement is not allowed, then you know what to do, the thing which we did at the top. Okay, the total number changed, so you will also be keeping that in mind, and दोनों possibilities को add करने पर we'll get the actual probability. So if you found this video useful, please like this video, share it with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. And until we meet again, please take care and thanks for watching.